very caught up, even just 2 weeks ago, in hoping things would be different and wishing that they were different and not being able to move past that. And since we had that conversation, something happened that I guess I just kind of realized that, yeah, it's no use hoping, because hoping isn't going to, I mean, I know hope is a powerful thing, but I would have, okay, and this is where it gets really, really, like, these are some powerful numbers. I would have a higher chance of conceiving by being on the pill than I do by trying to conceive naturally the way we have for the last year. More, 15 cycles. We have a 0.3% chance of getting pregnant, and this is confirmed by the RE who we're seeing. So this is not just me imagining this. This is just the way it is for us. So since the pill is 99% effective, at least I would have a whole percent chance of getting pregnant on the pill. As it is with our diagnosis, I have a 0.3% chance of ever conceiving naturally. That is sucky. And I've been mourning that loss, and I've been freaking out about the course of treatment that we have to go through, because it is the most invasive, the most specialized treatment that there is to battle infertility. We have gone from 0 to 60 in half a second, and I went from knowing that there was something wrong. I knew in my heart that there was something wrong, but I didn't know how wrong. And to then be faced with, okay, well, maybe we have to go to the doctor, see what's up, to, oh yeah, you need IVF and you need ICSI to get pregnant. It's a whole other thing, and it's just, it's tough. It's really tough, and I'm afraid of whether or not I can do it and deal with it, and it's all on me, on my body, and I didn't feel like I could deal with the pressure, and physically I'm just afraid of all the procedures and the injections, and maybe that's superficial, and maybe it's me not focusing on the bigger picture, but it is just such a departure from what I had always thought. And it was just such a loss for me of the dream that I had of how this was supposed to happen, and I cannot believe that this is my life. I cannot, I could not, I do now. It's like, I could not believe that this was happening. It just feels like some sort of bad dream, you know? So yeah, this is more or less how the conversation went that day when we went out for a drink, and then I realized that this is just a path that I'm gonna have to walk. And there's no point in me hoping that it isn't, because that's not gonna get me any closer to building our family. So, this week, I just all of a sudden thought, like, what the heck am I waiting for? Because you keep postponing, and when is it ever going to be right, you know? When is it ever not going to be stressful? When am I ever going to be ready? So my husband called the clinic, and I knew that we needed to have a hysteroscopy, I needed to have a hysteroscopy. That was the first thing that the doctor wants me to do. And I thought I had understood that the hysteroscopy needed to happen in between my period and ovulation, right? Yeah, that's what she said. But yeah, I called a little bit too late this week. It was like cycle day 17 or something, so definitely already past ovulation. And I thought, like, well, maybe we can still do it. But And that's something positive. The clinic that we're working with, I am very, very impressed so far with the level of professionalism and how prepared they are and how knowledgeable they are. The person working at the reception, she's a midwife, a nurse midwife, I guess the equivalent would be, and she's very knowledgeable, and she gave my husband all sorts of information. She was totally up to date on us and our case and the course of treatment. She was up to date on all our results and all our tests, and so yeah. I wanted to just get in there, get in there and get it done. Because I need to have that done first, and then I have to go on birth control, and then I would start stims, right? Mind you, I still have to like go through the course because they have to teach me how to do the injections and all these things. But this is step 1, so this is a big deal for me. So we are going to call as soon as I get my period, and the reason why you need to do it in the first week, right after you get your period, or right after you're done with your period, rather, is because you need to catch your uterus while the lining is gone or very, very thin. The closer you get to your period, the thicker the lining is, and the less they can see with the camera that they use with hysteroscopy. So I am hoping for the first time in very, very many months to get my period quick, okay, so that I can call already and schedule an appointment for the 30th. Friday the 30th. They only do hysteroscopies on the Tuesdays and the Fridays. And the 30th would be my last chance to do still in December. Why? Because my husband is leaving on the 2nd of January for either 1 week or 2 weeks for work. And he wants to be there for the hysteroscopy. So I could go on the 3rd, on the Tuesday, but he wants to go with me. So then that means that we have to sit out all of January and wait till February, which, yeah, okay, what's another month, but I just want to get this show on the road. I guess I feel like if I have finally caught momentum, I want to get going with this whole thing. We have gotten our approval from Social Security that they will be covering our treatments. So that's 6 fresh cycles that we get here. We are going to be paying a total for, just this is for the medication, we're going to be paying around 55 euros a cycle, which is ridiculously little. Believe me, do not think that I am not appreciative for that huge silver lining, because if we had to fork out 12,000 euros for IVF, we would be in no position to do that right now at all. And then, then there are like the echoes and like all the control things that they're going to do, and that's also covered, but it's very straightforward how much they cover, and it's right up front. So I'm very happy with that. There are some decisions that we have to make. I guess I'll make a separate video because it's already 18 minutes. But basically, we are going forward with our first IVF cycle. I still can't believe I have to say that. But we are doing that. I am hopefully going to have a hysteroscopy 2 weeks from today. And it will not be pleasant, but it just has to happen. And she said that it was a greater chance. People who have this have a greater chance of getting pregnant with IVF. So, and the success rate at my clinic is about, I think they have a 70% live birth rate from pregnancy. So that's really, really good. And they have about, like, you have a 30% chance of getting pregnant through IVF with this clinic, with ICSI. So 30 as opposed to 0.3. The odds are not so bad, right? And that's 10% more than anybody has on any given month, even if you're perfectly fertile. Alright, you guys, thank you for bearing with me if you managed to watch all 20 minutes of rambling, and I will be making a more succinct video soon, I hope. Thank you for watching. Have a good weekend. Bye.